In the name of God, the most powerful and merciful. In this lecture, we will talk about the planning steps of communication, or planning the various steps of communication. While we communicate, we brainstorm, and first of all, we design a structure for communication, and then we start uh, communicating. So let's start the pre-reading before explanation. That is, communications is connecting your audience with the message you are delivering so that it is received. The purpose of communication is to connect your audience to you. Now, next one, understood and acted upon. That the recipient understand and act upon your message. Communication planning is a process to help you reach the goal. Communication planning is a process to help you reach that goal. Your goal is to deliver your message efficiently to your receiver, and this planning is for the better communication, that you achieve your goal, and that goal is to convey your idea to the receiver. Planning makes everything more achievable and more goals oriented. Yeah, of course, this is the planning. First of all, before each and everything, planning is must. If you are well planned, you will be more powerful, and if you are poor planner, so you will be poor achiever. So planning makes everything more achievable and more goals oriented. So there is a need for planning in communication as well. Communication also requires planning. The basic planning steps to communicate are: first one, identify your purpose. As we earlier told in the previous lectures, that there is a purpose behind every act of human being. So first of all, what's your purpose? And then analyze your audience. Understand your audience, that who is sitting in front of you, whom you are talking to, what are their education level, etc. Choose your ideas. Now, what message do you want to convey? And organize your message. Then make a skeleton of your message and start conversating. The first one, that is identifying your purpose, is to know for what reason or for what reasons are you talking. You must know what you are trying to achieve. It may be sales, accepting proposals, or granting or refusing requests. Whatever the main objective, the underlying purpose will be the creation of goodwill. It doesn't matter for which purpose you are talking to your audience, whether you are proposing them for something, whether you are persuading them for some business reasons or anything else. Your intent must be righteous, and your intent must be right. This means that a message has two purposes. First is the main idea, and the second one being the creation of goodwill. It means that one is the purely the message, the materialistic message, and the second one is the moralistic one, that is the goodwill. Your intent must be of goodwill. So identify your purpose. That was the very first bulletin in planning steps of your communication. Once you want to do communication, so what will be your first step? You will identify your purpose, that for which purpose you are going to talk. Second one is analyze your audience. With the first step taken care of, the next step is to visualize your receiver. Knowledge the background. Knowing the background of the receiver in all terms such as culture, organization, values, and ranks is essential. As I told you, that the second step, that is to analyze your audience, is to understand your audience basically. Which culture does your audience belong to? What is the level of their education? What is the level of their age, etc.? And after understanding your audience, start speaking to them according to their level. Knowing the background of the receiver in all terms such as culture, organization, values, and ranks is essential. The age, qualification, education, status, and technical abilities of the receiver are important as well. So these are the things which are important to understand before you talk to your audience. The third one is choose your ideas. How will you choose your ideas, and what kind of ideas, what sort of ideas will you choose while you talk? So now that the purpose and objective for communication has been established, now you identify your purpose, you analyze your audience, now you will choose your ideas. So now you will choose your ideas. So which means you have to choose what will be included in your message. Choose your ideas means what will be your message. Choose your ideas means what will be your message, what will comprise your message. That is what we mean by choose your ideas. That what are you going about to tell the audience. You should first make a draft where you should put down all your ideas, and in the final letter you will list down your ideas according to importance and need. This is a process, this is a psychological process that inside your mind you will first of all draft a skeleton of thoughts and of ideas, and then you will put flesh to the skeleton, and a complete body of meaning will become, and then you will start communicating to your audience. The fourth one is collect your data. Data is of key importance in your communication as it well supports your message in a variety of ways. If you are about to present a topic and you have nothing in your mind and you have no background knowledge, so it means that you are not well planned. Clear? So the topic is also planning the steps of your communication. So a good planner is a person who plans well before presentation. So your background knowledge must be rich. You must determine whether you need specific charts, figures, or quotations to support your message. Also make sure to check on the sources from where you collect your data for accuracy, as misrepresentation of data might prove fatal. This means that if you are handled with a topic to present and you are about to present in front of the classroom in presentation, so you must be first of all well prepared, and preparation comes after good planning. If you plan your presentation, that what will you do, and gather information, background information, and then you come with the help of charts and quotations and different citations from various sources, and you use resources well, so definitely you will be a good presenter. So it is necessary for good communication to give citation while communicating to the people, that you give citations from various books, people, and researches, etc. The fifth one is organizing your message. Before you prepare your message, finally make an outline of the message in your mind and feel what might make your message more audience friendly and easier to understand. It should not be messy or disorganized. Once again, before uttering just a single word, make a body of the whole presentation inside your mind and think on it, that is not something casual, that is something to the point, and nothing is included as obscure, foul language, etc. Then, after sifting your presentation, you must start communication with the audience. So in that way, your presentation will achieve its purpose, and that is to convey your message in the best way possible. This will require you to select on the different approaches of communication, the direct or indirect approach to communication. In the end, do not forget to revise and proofread your message, as there is always room for corrections and perfection. Once again, if you want to deliver your message, two methods are there: direct and indirect communication. The direct communication is to address the people directly, orally, and the indirect method is to present in written form, and also in the end, once again, you are being advised to do proofreading and also to look for the mistakes and misrepresentations, because there have been always room for such corrections. So this is enough for this lecture, and see you in the next lecture, and thank you for listening and for your attention.